day 3 of our epic Queensland motorcycle adventure, we ditched the motorcycles and spent half a day trekking through Carnarvon Gorge, checking out all its hidden wonders. And within the walls of this ancient gorge, you'll find secret rock gardens with waterfalls, cliffs that are 200 metres high, prehistoric plant life that are not found anywhere else in the world, a sacred natural amphitheatre that was used by Aboriginals for their ceremonies. And with some help from Skippy, we pack up camp and get ready to head off for our next destination, Emerald. We're on the way. We have a race with an emu and run into some cowboys herding a few thousand cattle across the highway. All in a good day's ride. During the night at Carnarvon Gorge, we found this little bloke crashing around our campfire. He's a bettong, a type of small kangaroo. And we were up early the next morning to try and catch sight of that elusive platypus in its natural habitat, even if it only was for a few seconds. Here he is in case you missed it. And this is what they actually look like.
Right. Yep, ready to go.
From Takaraka, it's only a short distance ride to the visitor centre where we'll start our trek through Carnarvon Gorge. And as we make our way there, we start to see slight glimpses of the gorge in the distance. And at this time of the early morning, you've got to keep your eye out for these little furry speed bumps. And with every corner, the gorge is getting closer and closer. And so are the wildlife. Just look at how well they blend in. And as we crest the hill, the road turns from bitumen to gravel as we get closer to the visitor centre. And now what we've got to do is find a parking spot. Check out this little guy. I think that spot over there has got our names on it. perfect adventure bike parking. Now it's time to ditch the bikes for hiking boots. This mother and Joey whiptail wallaby are the same type you saw ducking for cover as we rode past on our way here. And a couple of eastern grey kangaroos. The walking tracks here at Carnarvon Gorge are all well signed, with distances marked to each separate area of Carnarvon Gorge, as well as track classification. This spectacular area is known as the Moss Garden, and it is said that it takes thousands of years for a droplet of water to penetrate the sandstone and exit out where it meets the shale where the moss grows. And this is all fed by Carnarvon Gorge's largest underground spring. And as you wander through the gorge, you'll find the king ferns, which are found nowhere else. And I find myself thinking, if they're ever going to make another Jurassic Park, they should make it here. It truly is a prehistoric place. And as you scale the iron stairway and make your way through the crevice, it leads you through to a natural amphitheatre which was used for Aboriginal ceremonies back in ancient times. And the place almost has an eerie feeling about it. There are so many more places to see at Carnarvon Gorge, but for us, we've only got half a day and we're running out of time. I'll be coming back one day for sure. And now it's time to launch the drones and get a bird's eye view of the gorge. Paul's packing up his tent. He's got a little bit of help. Get there, little one. Come on. Hello there, little one. Hello there.
Leaving Takaraka. Takaraka. Awesome experience.
What looks like me making rude gestures at Owen is actually me trying to let him know that I'm running out of fuel. For some reason I thought I had enough, but the bike's telling me I've only got 59 k's left in the tank, and it's around 100 k's to go before our next fuel stop. But hey, if I run out of fuel, I can always ride that emu to Rolliston. Check out that little guy go. Emus are capable of bursts of speed up to 50 k's an hour. This guy is giving us a good little run. Look at the dust he's kicking up. And before Paul disappears over the horizon, I better let him know about my fuel situation too.
I'm not going to sit on 110. There you go.
October in Australia is magpie season, and here we've got a pair of them trying to sweep us. There's another one just up ahead with a missile lock on Paul, but luckily his timing's out today. As we say goodbye to Carnarvon National Park, we soon come across a truck rollover accident on our way to Rolliston. And then for some unknown reason, the local copper has walked out and is pointing his finger at Owen. Better pull over, find out what's going on. And as Owen rides past with a slightly pissed off look on his face, I later find out why. Apparently the local copper had pulled him over for standing on the pegs, which we are legally allowed to do in Queensland, although the copper gave him a stern warning when talking to anyway. Oh well, roll on. Meanwhile, my fuel anxiety is about to get worse. It's showing 1 kilometre left of range in the tank. And that sign up ahead reads 10 kilometres to Rolleston. Geez, I hope I make it. Now it's reading 0. Five Ks to go. And as we roll into Rolleston, I let out a huge sigh of relief. We're rolling in on vapour, and if it ran out, I could even push the thing from here. It's been reading 0 for the last 5 Ks, so we made it. Happy days. And check out Paul's new comfort seat mod. It's a winner. And with the crisis averted, fully fueled, with 140 Ks to go, around an hour and a half, we head for our final destination of Emerald. Then a quick stop at Springshore to stretch our legs. And then we come across a jackaroo, warning us of something up ahead.
Get a drone up. Hey dude, we just park for a while or what?
Yeah, you'll be right past mate.
Hey, right to go through, yeah? Okay, alright, just go behind you.
Now this is looking interesting. What we're about to encounter is something you're only going to find out west. It's a cattle muster, probably around 3,000 head of cattle,
Oh yep.
being fed along the side of the road, complete with water truck and jackaroos on horseback. I don't know who's more nervous, me or the cattle, because it's not a video game, so we just take it easy, nice and slow, and just enjoy the experience. I'm hitting fast forward on the vid here because I want to show you how many cattle there are. Man, those trucks sure don't slow down. But if you look closely, you can see them along the side of the road, in amongst the trees. Phew. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head. They just keep coming and coming.
Thanks for that.
These experiences that you have on these trips that are so random like that are what make memories and make it so much more worthwhile, especially when you get to experience it with your mates. As we roll into our final destination of Emerald, we're escorted in by flocks of galahs on both sides of the road. Amazing. And another amazing sight on our way in is a freight train that seems to stretch for kilometres. Yep, and you guessed it, it's still going. After a big day, it's so good to finally get into Emerald. But for Owen, it's the end of the line, and he returns home tomorrow. But Paul and I got many more Ks to do, and it's great to kick back and have a few cold beers and talk about our adventures over the last 3 days. Cheers, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay tuned to day 4 on the road, where we say goodbye to Owen. Paul and I make our way to Longreach by Barkholden, where Paul shows us his musical expertise. We stop at a well-shot hotel for a quick drink, and then we finally make it into Longreach. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.